horrific event that made me want to shift my life would be the loss of my last son. And by loss, I mean I was pregnant at one point, and 7 months in, I was told he was no longer with us, and I had to deliver him. And so it had to shift my perspective of ever being a mother, because for me, that was the last time I knew I would be pregnant. I was newly married. I actually had been pregnant just the year prior. I had met my husband, my current husband, and we've gotten pregnant, and it was my first pregnancy. So I've lost 2 within a year's time. So it was my first pregnancy. I was 42, and so I was excited with the first one. And 4 months in, I lost that baby. His name was Christian, so I lost Christian. I was upset, but I know God had a plan. My husband and I got married. Then I ended up got pregnant on the honeymoon. I was like, okay, thank you, Lord. You're allowing me to do what I've asked of you, and this was to be a mother of my own, have my own. So I got pregnant. We knew it was a boy. We were happy. And 7 months in, I went to the doctor because he had a issue with boys. They have like a backup even in when you're pregnant, so they wanted to make sure that cleared. So I was going to be tested to make sure he was fine. And the technician's face went blank. And my mother had just happened to go with me that day, because usually I'm by myself at the appointments because my husband works a lot. And I said, he's not here. And it was devastating. That was, sorry. It was devastating because all I wanted was boys. And I don't get to take him home. And the doctor said we couldn't take it. I couldn't just go right to the doctor. I literally had to go home that night. 2 days with a baby that I was never gonna see grow up. And then deliver it. Go to the hospital 2 days later and deliver a baby. Literally go through labor and deliver a baby. Life stood still briefly, because if I didn't have a relationship with God, I think I would still be somewhere in a corner rocking. So yes, I had to deliver a baby that I wouldn't bring home. Thank God for family, thank God for friends who knew God and who could pray with me to get me through. But thank God for my own relationship, that I could sit with him and he could give me comfort through it. That I didn't, even though I might cry now, because just to think about it, because still as a woman, your job is to get married, have babies, produce the next generation. And it's like, it's not really our only job, but that's what I've been geared to believe. Not what I was always told, but what I was geared to believe. So I'm good, So the last son, my son's name was Jonathan, and the hospital where I had to deliver him they were special. So they gave me a teddy bear. Before I left, there are pictures of him, of all of him, his hat, his blanket, his name tag, because his name was Jonathan. My tag, of course, but it's just pictures of him. And I always keep the feet, because for me, baby's feet are always the best. And they put it in this box, and I thought, and I have his sonogram. And there is a shell. So I don't really recall why the shell, but they gave it to me like to give him water, but he was really already gone. But I think they took like a picture of him and everything. So that's what's in this box. And the teddy bear is just so I could have something to remember. And then they gave me, we also had a burial, so the hospital does a big burial for all the children that have passed. And that burial was, so he was delivered July 28th. The burial was like October 3rd, so we did get to have a funeral and say goodbye. And they gave us a tulip so that we could plant it in remembrance of them. Yes. My grieving process was that God knew better. Didn't really grieve, but when it comes to July, both Christian and Jonathan only 7 days apart where I had to deliver them. So one was July 21st, one was July 28th. So I do still get sad around that time. It gets better if I'm busy. It's like, but I didn't really do the healing. I didn't do counseling until 2021. So all of the loss all happened in 2010 and 2011. But the healing process is just starting. And when I got invited to do this, I said, this could be the last part of the healing I needed for me. So I started going to Hope Zero or Zero Hope, where they deal with women that have lost babies, and you get to talk about it, and you get to, and these people already still have children. So I'm still in the dynamics all by myself, is that I still don't have children of my own. I have children, they're stepchildren. I don't have children that I bore, that I am gonna raise from babies. So that's a whole different dynamics all by itself. I had babies. They're just in heaven with God, but I'm a godmother. I'm an aunt. I am a girlfriend whose girlfriends have babies. I'm a stepmom. So my current husband has boys. God gave me my boys. He gave me 2. And in the process of them being boys, one has given me grandchildren. So now I'm a grandmother. Not only am I a mother, but I'm a grandmother. But it took me a while. Mother's days were hard before my first pregnancy, because I was like, you can't give me anything because I've never been pregnant. You couldn't say, oh, you're a godmother. That didn't do that for me. But now it's like, proudly, yes, I'm a mother. I am a stepmother. I'm a godmother, who were really my first children. Because I watched them. I was there in the delivery room with them. I was there. I'm a mother. I'm a mother also because I love children. So even in the church, if you're sitting beside me, oh, I'm gonna go sit by Miss Phoelicia, I'm a mother. So my mindset had to change. Yes. Of all the children that I have in my life that I've influenced, what do I hope to pass on to them? A relationship with God, to put God first, to know that they're loved, that I love them, that I am in their corner for them, no matter how it looks. If you need me, I'm there. But to pass on that family is important, but God is important first. And that no matter how it looks, it will turn out for your good. He does have you, no matter how it looks. What is my hope going forward? For me or for the world? That I get to see my grandchildren grow up, because they don't live here in Maryland. One's in Florida. That I get to spend more time with them, that I'm healthy enough. And my husband is healthy enough when he retires, that we could travel and we can get to spend time with the one in Florida and the other one's just in Virginia. My hope is that I get to just be able to be an influence in my grandchildren's life like I was in my godchildren's life, like I was in the grown boys that came into my life 12 years ago. That I'm an influence, not just a good influence like I was getting ready to say, that I'm an influence, that I show them the love of God, that I keep that first, because that's important. That's important. One of their mothers doesn't have a relationship with God, but their grandmothers do, and that at least all of their grandmothers, they have that relationship, that I can show them what walking with God looks like. That is my hope.